How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning in to my video, as well as I really do appreciate all your support with the channel. The Supreme Court of the United States may take up another Second Amendment case. The Protection of Lawful Commerce of Arms Act is a bit unusual. It is rare that Congress would enact protection for an entire industry to prevent unwanted lawsuits from bankrupting it. However, the gun industry actually needed those protections. Firearm manufacturers were facing a bevy of lawsuits, pretty much from anyone looking for someone to blame. They were blamed for the actions of third parties, people who quite often never purchased a gun legally in the first place, and faced stiff penalties in court. So Congress acted. Now though, many anti-gun activists want to overturn gun industry protections, while others are trying to find ways around them, as we unfortunately have seen in several states. It seems some are speculating about those latest efforts at bypassing the PLCAA, ending up before the Supreme Court. Buffalo's lawsuit, filed in December, is one of the first cases of its kind under New York's 2021 public nuisance gun law, which allows the state and people affected by gun violence to sue gun manufacturers, sellers, and distributors for endangering the public's health and safety or creating a public nuisance. The new statute and similar laws, recently enacted in other states, mark the latest round in a long-running battle between gun control advocates and firearm manufacturers over a 2005 federal law that protects the industry from liability. At this time, the issue could land before the Supreme Court, according to legal experts, as several Democratic-led states take a more aggressive approach restricting firearms, even after the court acted to expand gun rights last year by striking down a decades-old New York law that limited the ability to carry a handgun outside the home. For more than a decade, the court turned away basically every Second Amendment petition it received, said Joseph Blocker, a Second Amendment law professor at Duke University. But after last year's ruling, it could be that we're going to be looking at multiple gun cases at the Supreme Court. The National Shooting Sports Foundation, the Gun Industry Trade Association, is leading the challenge, arguing the new laws are unconstitutional because they are too vague, regulate transactions taking place outside of the states, and are preempted by the 2005 law. The laws are a transparent and obvious attempt to circumvent the will of Congress, said NSSF Senior Vice President Lawrence Keene, a New Jersey federal judge sided with the group last month when he blocked the state's law from being enforced, noting it is in direct conflict with federal law. New Jersey has appealed the ruling, and some say that's only part of the issue here. See, these public nuisance laws try to target the gun industry and its marketing. However, on top of the law being vague as what constitutes improper marketing, there's no requirement to show evidence that those who misuse the guns are even remotely familiar with the marketing in question. In other words, gun companies simply wouldn't be able to market at all if the states get their way about it. I think most of you will agree with me when I say nothing remotely about this seems right. As a nation, we don't punish people or companies for the action of third parties without good cause. The gun industry has to market new products. Otherwise, they cannot continue to exist. You cannot blame them for what some maniac does with the firearm when nothing in their marketing condones such an action. So yes, this may well end up before the Supreme Court, and I believe the gun industry hope it does as well. We've seen what the current makeup of the court is, and what it can do in support of the Second Amendment. It's suspected that the new laws seeking to undermine the PLCAA are going to be gutted, if not completely overturned. And I think y'all will agree with me when I say, and that's very good news. Hopefully sometime this year, the Supreme Court of the United States will take up this case, and hopefully others too as well, to stop the radical left from infringing on our Second Amendment rights. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about the story in the comments section down below. And if you guys could please do me a favor, and it will help the channel out, if you like, share, and subscribe and hit those post notifications. And I really hope to see you guys in the next video.